Hi guys and welcome back. So today's going to be my March and April favourites. There is a lot of products for me to go through, so let's just very quickly jump into them. I will be going through my favourite products first because there is a few things I actually don't like, and there are some things here that are makeup and there are some things that aren't. This one would have to be one of the top favourite products for the month, or both months, sorry, because I keep forgetting, it's 2 months in a row. This would have to be one of the top products. This is the Kohl's brand 5-blade razor. So these ones are the razors where you keep the handle and you just replace the head. And I initially bought it. It comes with 2 heads. This one I'm obviously using, and then the spare one. And it comes with a little hook for in the shower, but we have a shelf, so I don't need to worry about that. I bought this razor because A, I only need to switch out the heads, and it is a not rotating, but like an angled head, so it's better for me to shave. And also because it is slightly better for the environment. I'm not throwing an entire whole razor away, I'm just replacing the head. And when I buy the packet of the head replacements, I think you get 5, and that'll last me for a long time. I only shave once a week, regardless of what time of year it is, unless I am going to self-tan the next day. But I kid you not, this gives me the closest shave. This gives me the best, smoothest, most amazing shave ever. I have not cut myself with this yet. I tried this at the end of February, so I've been using this for a month and a half, roughly, and I have yet to cut myself with it. It gives me the best shave. The blue parts on the head actually are like a bit soapy in itself, and so that helps lather up. I still use a shaving cream, and I kid you not, this shaves everything so well. With the fact that like the head moves on an angle is amazing. It shaves under my arms perfectly. Those Bic Soleil razors that I was using could not shave under my arms for the life of me. My legs feel so amazing and smooth and incredible, and I do use this to shave my downstairs region as well. That is another reason why I bought a 5-blade one, because I was doing some research on how to do it properly, and they recommended a 5-blade razor. This was all in itself, it was only, I bought it on sale. I buy everything when they're on sale. So this was like $6 or $7, came with 2 heads. I kid you not, this is literally the best razor I've ever used in my life. To go along with that, I actually have been using the Trishave shaving cream. I know I mentioned in a favourites video a couple of months ago that I did not like this. However, this has actually quickly become my favourite product. This has rose and tea tree oils in it. This has a similar consistency to Vaseline, but a lot more creamy and not as like thick and fatty, but it is like a fatty ointment type of shaving cream. So this does actually, like, once I get a bit of water in this, it does spread quite a lot. I do shave like all up my legs, so from my ankle pretty much to my bikini line. I never used to shave my thighs, but then when I started putting my self-tanner on, I had to. But this is a 3-in-1. It's a shaving cream. I don't know what the 3-in-1 is for. It cleanses the skin and softens the hair. It's got skin-friendly conditioners and moisturizers to reduce redness, cuts, minimizes ingrown hair. It's enriched with tea tree oil, known for its anti-inflammatory qualities, and rose oil, which is known for soothing. And it's a moisturizer which leaves the skin feeling soft and looking rehydrated and healthy. This has actually become my favourite shaving foam because it is the best damn one for like lubricating my legs. It doesn't just like rinse off if I accidentally splash myself with water. It stays on so I can actually shave. It is so hydrating and moisturising. It is amazing. And with the weather suddenly cooling down the past few weeks, this has been the best one for me to use. My skin dries out so bad every winter now for some reason, and the past few weeks with us having to wash our hands all the time at work. I don't just wash my hands, I wash up my up my arm to here every time, and with, you know, if the skin here gets dry, my skin everywhere dries out. The weather's cooled down, it's been really windy, so this is like a lot more hydrating, a lot better for me in the winter. I have here the OXX Cosmetics Liquid Illuminator. I'm not entirely sure what this shade is called. It was on the cardboard backing, but they didn't put a sticker on this one. This is a great liquid illuminator considering I think I paid $2 for it. So this is part of the OXX $2 range. But in the bottle, it just looked nice and smooth and really nice, and it's a different shade to what my other liquid illuminators are. And this is really nice. I still like my Australis one slightly more, but this is like really, really nice. So if I don't quite want that yellow gold liquid illuminator, if I don't quite want that gold, yellow gold base in my illuminator, I can use this one. I do tend to use these more for mixing in with foundations. So for example, I'll mix a bit of this in with my Maybelline Matte and Poreless, things like that. That's how I get a glowy look, because then my foundation still dries down and my powder can set it and stuff like that. But I have used this with just a little bit on the tops of my cheekbones and my forehead, and it's nice and smooth. It blends in nicely. For $2, I mean, you can't go wrong. Not saying it's the absolute best illuminator in the world, but for $2, it's a glass bottle with a pump. So, I mean, some of these brands that have $60 products without a pump, this $2 product comes with a pump, but I was actually very pleasantly surprised with this. My 3 Colette Hayman lip glosses. So, these are the ones that I bought from, obviously, the jewelry store Colette that was closing down. This one's the one I use the most, and it's called Calabasses, which is just like an everyday creamy nude shade. This one is the middle shade called Hidden Hills, and I love this one for when I want a lip gloss that's basically like my lip colour but better. Still full rich colour, and it's really nice. I love how it's got that like mauvey tone to it. And this one I haven't used too much, but it is still really nice. And this one is called West Hollywood, and this is what I would just call a raspberry shade maybe. And these are nice and creamy. They're sticky to the point where I feel like they're going to stay on the lips, but they're not sticky as in horrible to move your mouth. They do have that generic like $3 lip gloss smell, if that makes sense. Kind of like vanilla cookie dough, but kind of like Play-Doh at the same time, if that makes sense. But they're nice and creamy. They are really pigmented, like really pigmented. This nude shade is honestly amazing. I will keep this and use this like for forever. I love using this shade for, like I mentioned, when I want like that my lips but better colour. This is definitely like that. Maybe a little bit lighter depending on what lip liner I use it with. I don't really use these on its own. I don't tend to just put lip gloss on its own. I like a lip liner underneath. This raspberry shade I really, really want to do a makeup tutorial with one day and do like a whole raspberry inspired look. I'm trying to figure out a cocktail that's raspberry based that I can do for my cocktail makeup series. But these lip glosses are actually really great. They are creamy, smooth. They actually leave my lips feeling nice and hydrated, and they're full colour, and they blend really nicely with all my lipsticks. They blend nicely over liquid lipsticks. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised. I bought myself a set of reusable straws. So these ones are from Ever Eco. We have a grocery store chain here called IGA, and my local store, or one of my local stores, was completely renovated last year, or over a year ago. They opened like the beginning of March 2019. So they are now like a full-on deli with prepped meats. They have all these exotic cheeses. They are a wine merchant. They sell a huge range of allergy food, organic food. They have a huge range of like vegetables. They sell normal groceries as well, like coffee, tea, sugar, cereals, all your normal stuff that you can get at other supermarkets as well. But they have a huge vegan range, like these high protein prepped meals. It's amazing. And they have these huge ranges of eco-friendly stuff. Things from straws to, you know, your reusable carry bags to Ziploc bags. They had everything. But I just decided to buy myself a set of 2 straws. The other one I have is in the dishwasher right now. I believe they were $6.99. I bought the bent ones just because I liked them a little bit better. And the bent ones actually came with like the pipe cleaner scrubbing cleanser thing. I actually have them hanging up on my little hooks over there. I also have a reusable straw that I got from Jamaica Blue, which is a cafe here. It's a lot smaller than this, and it's like that, you know, when oil has that rainbow chrome look, it has that, but that's in the dishwasher as well. That one I keep in my work bag because it comes with its own carry bag. It's in the dishwasher as well, and I use that at work. But I love these. I use these at home. I do have that other one that I keep in my bag and take with me. I make sure it's clean after every use. They're washing easily in the dishwasher, and I just think they're really great. And with these being metal, I actually find they keep my drink colder for longer. I tried a new micellar water just from like the whim of trying one. I was out at my supermarket one day wanting to buy one. This was on sale and I just grabbed it for the hell of it because I don't normally like Garnier micellar waters. I tried the original 3 they bought out, which was the pink lidded one. I tried the one that was the green lid, which was the one for oily skin. And then they had another one for the life of me. I cannot remember what it is. But they bought out all these other ones, which are makeup remover and oil and stuff like that. I grabbed this one for some reason because the past few months though I've actually been having really dry eyes and I thought it was the micellar waters I was using. So this is the micellar cleansing water in oil, so obviously the blue stuff is the oil. It's suitable for contact lens wearers. It removes waterproof makeup plus it's cleansing and soothing. And I just thought that'd be great. I just saw this because I thought it would be great. You know, because I thought my other micellar waters and makeup removers were what was drying my eyes out. And I have to say I think it was, because since I started using this one, I haven't had the problem with like my eyes stinging or anything. But I kid you not, this dissolves everything. Everything. I can have the most full-on, thick, heavy, matte makeup and it will dissolve it. I will probably go over the top of it with a makeup wipe and then wash my face and everything. But compared to any other micellar water and makeup remover I've ever used, this dissolves everything. Everything. The other day I just decided to sit down and do just a full glam makeup look. I didn't film it. I was watching stuff on Netflix and I just wanted to try it. And I baked my face. I had, I had primer on, I had matte foundation, I had everything, and it dissolved it. This dissolves lash glue like I have never seen before. That was another problem that I had, was when I wore lashes, I would take them off and wash my face and have all my skincare stuff done, but I'd still get glue like in my lashes, and I'd be going to work the next day and I'd be like picking at my lashes trying to get it out, and I wear glasses, so it just messes everything up. But this dissolves the lash glue, this dissolves everything. This will pretty much dissolve all of this over a few cotton pads. Obviously I still wash my face, I still, you know, use wipes and other stuff over the top of it, but I'm getting much less makeup on my makeup wipes. My skin's getting cleansed better. I find that my skin is just getting deeper cleaned better because this is just removing everything. I tried this sponge for my makeup sponge video. I have filmed it twice and I have been unhappy with it both times, so I am going to have to refilm it. I apologize. I know I said it was coming, but I'm just going to have to refilm it. But I tried the Morphe sponge instead of buying another high-end one, because I mentioned I had all my affordable ones. I just wanted to try another high-end one because all my expensive ones I'd ever tried were just Beauty Blender. And I planned on buying the Stila one because Sephora, I think, was at a shopping centre that started to close down with the whole coronavirus. And I was going to buy the Stila one, which is at our local Mecca Maxima, which is at a shopping centre much closer. But they were sold out in-store and online, so I grabbed the Morphe one. Spoiler alert, this is the best sponge I've ever used. This is my favourite sponge. I absolutely love it. I am amazed with this. I can put on foundation, concealer, I can put on pressed powder, I can bake with this, I can do everything with this. The shape at first was a little bit iffy for me, but it's grown on me. Basically, I will just use either side to put foundation on, and then I will use the tip for my concealer, but I can even use this end as well because I do use the Eco Tool sponge and that flat edge as well. I've learnt to use the flat edge, but I can use this side for, say, my foundation and concealer, this side's for powders, and it just works. This is so super dense. I get great coverage with it. The only foundations I won't really apply with this is like the thicker moussey type ones. But I have here the Australis Fresh and Flawless foundation, and this is like water runny liquid, and I could not find an application method that I absolutely loved with this because all my sponges just soaked it up. But this is the best sponge to try it with. I am very rough on most of my sponges, and I have to say this one feels like it's going to last a while. It is so easy to clean, it dries quickly. I mean, it's just beautiful. I get full coverage, smooth coverage. It is just amazing. I can't even describe how it is. I've also been trying out a new moisturiser because my moisturiser that I use is like $11, $12, and then when it's on sale it only goes down to like $9. And if I'm out of work in the next few weeks / month, whatever, I'm going to want cheaper products. And I understand that skincare, sometimes there is no compromise. However, Woolworths have this brand which I don't know how to pronounce. Voeu? I don't know. But they have this whole range and the stuff is $4. They have a micellar water, which I bought but haven't tried yet. They have a face exfoliator. They do have a normal facial cleanser. My actual face cleanser I will not compromise on unless I can find one that's cheaper that's roughly the same thing. But this moisturiser is for normal or combo skin, which I thought would be great because the weather's starting to cool down. This is in a big 150ml bottle, and I've used this as my moisturiser, I want to say, for the past 4 or 5 weeks. Sometimes I will use my simple one just to test it out to see if there's a difference. It says it's fast absorbing, long lasting, non-greasy, smooths the skin and gives it a radiant and even tone. It's got provitamin B5, vitamin B3, vitamin E, hyaluronic acid and saccharide isomerate. Sorry about my phone. And it just says apply morning and night, use daily for best results. I can't say this is as great as my simple moisturisers. Nothing at the moment works as great as them. But if I have to use this constantly and buy this moisturiser only, I think I'm fine. I think I'm okay. I'm not sure if this is fully absorbing into the skin and actually moisturising my skin over the next week or two. Now my skin's dried out a bit more, I will be able to actually full on test that out. But this is actually nice. It sinks in enough that I can use it. But this does absorb enough. I can wear this under my makeup. The only thing is I can't wear this around my eyes. It does say avoid contact around the eyes, and I can't for some reason. This does have a little bit of a scent, but I don't think it's the fragrance. I think it's the fact it's got all the provitamins or whatever. I don't know, but I can't use it around my eyes, or it's like my eyes sting because of the vapors. It's not like, oh, it doesn't burn the skin around here. It's like my eyes sting because of the vapors from it. So I don't. I actually did purchase an eye cream this morning. I have 2 more lip products here that are amazing. One of them is so great, I've already bought a backup. This is the Maybelline Colour Sensational Lip Liner in Nude Whisper. I didn't realise we actually had these lip liners here in Australia till I went to the Priceline 40% off sale. Lip liners have never really been something I've wanted to purchase. I had my collection from Wish. They are great, they still work, and I thought that's enough, I don't need any more. But the past few months I've been really wanting to get into more lip products and things like that. So I have heard Taylor from The Taylor mention this is a great lip liner in the formula and the colour, and so I really wanted to try it. I bought it at the Priceline 40% off sale and I cannot stop using this. The formula is fantastic. I've already bought a backup, and the colour, this is like the perfect nude lip liner for me. It's a little bit peachy, but I find that no matter what lipstick I put over the top, it's fantastic. So I have it on today with one of my Colour by TBN lipsticks and then a little bit of my NYX Butter Gloss in Madeline over the top. But this is a great formula as well as a fantastic colour, and as I said, I've already bought a backup. I do have 2 more colours. I did get the Gone Greige colour in the Priceline sale as well, and then my Maybelline stuff was all on sale at my local supermarket the other day, and I bought the mauve shade, whatever it is. And so this one is nice, and I have to say, like, I'm excited to try the other 2 colours. This is a little bit creamier than Colourpop, but it's still really nice if I'm comparing it to a formula. But this colour, I would have like 10 of them. And the other lip product is one that I wear with that lip liner as well as other things. But this is the Makeup Revolution, the Nudes Collection Lip Gloss in the shade Bare All. Now it looks like it's going to be a really grey cool tone. And it is, but it doesn't come off anywhere near as cool tone as what it looks like in the tube. Maybe that's the lip liners I wear, maybe it's the lipsticks I have. You know, I've got the Maybelline Gone Greige lip liner. Maybe if I used the cooler tone colour, it will look more cool toned. But this is a nice formula. It is a nice colour. I absolutely love it. It's a bit of a thicker gloss. I'm going to compare it to my NYX Butter Gloss because that is my favourite formula at this current point. It's a little bit thicker, but it's just as creamy, just as rich, but it also doesn't just slip and slide everywhere. So I had a problem with this for a while because my stopper came out. It smells like rich chocolate cake, but not too strong. Not too strong, so if you're someone that's really sensitive to scents, you will smell this, but it's not like going to linger all day. But it is nice. But this really reminds me basically of Makeup Revolution's version of the NYX Butter Glosses. Just thicker and a little bit more sticky, but I know it's going to stay. I know it's going to wear nicely. I have actually worn this quite a few times since I got it. I absolutely love it. It's my first like cooler tone lip gloss, so I can mix it with some of the other products that I now have, and I actually really like it. Another Makeup Revolution item I have is the Reloaded Highlighter in the colour Just My Type. This is the best highlighter I think I have used in a long time. This is a different colour than all my other ones that I've ever used. This is a very much yellowy, peachy, this I just want to say is a yellow, peachy skin tone colour. That's the only way I can describe it, but the formula, it's soft, but it's like, it's going to blend on the skin, it's going to stay on the skin. I have worn this pretty much every time I've worn makeup since I bought this. So I bought this when, like a month ago? Yep, a month ago. And I have, I've worn makeup so many times since then, and I've only used a different highlighter twice. Once was today, and once was last week when I decided to use my Anastasio Starlight highlighter for once. But other than that, this is the highlighter I use. I've worn it to work, and I've had questions from customers galore. I really want some of the other colours that they have, particularly a lighter one, because sometimes this shade can be too dark, sorry. Sometimes this shade can be a tad too dark. I like that for the end of my nose, but sometimes for up here it's a little bit too dark if I put too much on. I find it applies nicely with any of my highlighter brushes. It wears nicely. It looks really, really great. I can't believe this is only $9. Like $9. This is even better to me than the Becca formula, which I have 2 Becca highlighters. And I still love them, but this is $9 each, and I'm really wanting to collect the rest of the shades because it looks gorgeous on my face. And my last favourite is this Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette. This is in Iconic Fever. This is part of their Reloaded palettes. These are $8 here in Australia, and I think they are totally, totally worth it. This one is pretty much like my everyday palette. I am going to be attempting to do a affordable and then a high-end wedding makeup. And so this palette, particularly these 4 shades here, they speak to me on wedding makeup. So I really want to do an affordable look and a high-end look, even though, you know, I've never been married, not planning on it anytime soon. I still want to just do that type of tutorials, you know. I think it would look really nice. And so this palette just speaks to me on that. But these shades blend beautifully, they're really nice, they are smooth on the eyes, they don't look chalky, they don't look powdery, the metallic shades are great. The metallic shades, they're not going to be like Anastasia or, you know, stuff like that metallic, but for $8 this is an amazing palette. Okay, so that was just my favourites. I have a few things I don't like, and I'm going to go through them with you. First one is the Real Techniques makeup sponge. I apologise that it is dirty, but I'm going to wash my two sponges that are dirty in a minute. I'm very disappointed in this. When I pulled it out of the little box, I was so shocked at just how squishy and how, like, thin it is. This is complete opposite to the Morphe sponge that I like. The Morphe sponge is dense and gives you full coverage, and it just smooths all your product over your face while blending it into the skin. This just absorbs everything. This is so difficult to clean. I used this yesterday and I probably should have cleaned it straight away, but I've done that before. I have tried soaking this, and it's one of those ones where yes, it'll clean the surface, but there's no way I'm going to get stain removal out of this. But it's just such a thin consistency in the sponge that when it's wet, it takes me so long to blend products into my face. It absorbs everything, so I mean, it's literally the worst sponge for like this foundation. I don't like using it for the moussey foundations either because it's too dry, but I get no coverage with pretty much anything, particularly my concealer. Most of my foundations I can put on my face, so I don't really put the foundations on my hand, put it on my hand and then dab it on my face anymore. I have to put the foundation directly on my face and then start blending it out, otherwise the sponge just absorbs everything. Excuse me, but for the foundations like my Makeup Revolution one, it's okay because that is so full coverage that if it absorbs a little bit of it, then it doesn't really matter, it's fine. But if I'm using a lighter coverage foundation, for example, the Rimmel Match Perfection, or I'm wearing an Aldi foundation today, I've done it up a bit more full coverage, but if I wanted to wear it really natural, this sponge is like terrible for that. Very picky on what formulas I can use. I may get full coverage with a foundation, but I do not get coverage with my with my concealer, sorry. Even if I use my color corrector, it just absorbs everything. It's terrible. I will use it while I have it, but I will not be repurchasing it. I have here, which this is so sad to say, this is not really a product dislike. I'm just kind of disappointed, and I'll explain why. This is the Anastasio Carli Bybel palette. I bought myself this for Christmas, and I love the colours in here. First off, absolutely love the colours. This is right up my alley. I can do a heap of cool tone looks, but there's also like your warmer tones. This peachy orange shade here is absolutely amazing. The metallics are incredible. You get the most amazing looks, particularly the shade Voeu. And then these two on the end, you get the most amazing, like, wet, foiled look with them. They are incredible. The only problem is, every time I use this palette, my makeup look turns out so messy. It never looks nice and put together, and it looks like a 3-year-old did it without the makeup being all out here. The shadows that I might blend, for example, I might blend the peachy shade right up in my, like high up in my crease to use that as like a transition shade, and then I might go in a little bit deeper with the shade Bybel so I can have it fading from grey to like orange, but it'll just blend together. I could do like a cut crease and go to put any of the shades on my lid, and the shimmers will completely transfer into my crease no matter what I do. The only way I can wear this palette is if I kind of do like that real messy smoky eye. I don't know if these shadows kind of got bashed around a bit. I did buy this palette online, so I don't know if they kind of got bashed around a bit and they're loosened up a bit in transit. I don't know what. But they are pigmented, they blend beautiful, they wear nicely so they don't wear off, they don't flake, they don't go chunky, they don't look chalky and dry. The metallic shades are incredible. It's just no matter what I do, that's why I haven't filmed a video with this. Well, I have, but I've deleted every one that I've done, is because I have yet to get a look with this palette that doesn't look messy and terrible, really. I mean, my makeup is not the best, but compared to other stuff that I do, this stuff just looks messy. For years and years, I have loved this L'Oreal Elvive Extraordinary Oil Hair Mask for dry hair. So, I went and bought this one. It's got my name on it because I bought this to use at my dad's house. And then a week or two later, I decided to bring everything back. But I can't tell you how many of these hair masks I went through, either putting it on my hair dry or in the shower or whatever. But this I have gone through most of the container. I don't know if this one is a dud, but this makes my hair go so weird. It doesn't hydrate my hair. When I'm out of the shower and my hair's dry, it's just all my hair just sticks together really funny. It feels like I've got mousse and hairspray in my hair without having mousse and hairspray in my hair, but without it being crunchy. It makes my hair feel so strange. It doesn't nourish my hair anymore. Maybe I don't need it. Maybe my hair's not that dry and damaged to where it needs it. My conditioner is doing just fine. I haven't had to use a hair mask, but I thought I'd opened it and I would just use it up. But this has turned absolutely terrible. My hair goes so horrible with it. I'm not even going to use this little bit. I'm just going to throw it out. I have the Smashbox Superfan Fanned Out Mascara, and this would have to be the worst mascara I have tried in a long time. I will say it's very black, it wears for a long time, and it is very lightweight. Now, this has a plastic brush, which I'm not against. There are some mascaras that have a plastic brush that I love. The problem is I get too much product out on the brush, so too much goes on my lashes, but this for some reason, even one thin layer will give you like clumpy spidery lashes. It's great on my lower lashes, but like, yeah, one layer gives you just clumpy spidery lashes. I have to use a different mascara underneath. I'm using the Maybelline Smoky Eyes one at the moment in the yellow tube. I cannot use this on its own, but this, yeah, I use it just to thicken the lashes at the moment, but very easily can go overboard. It can very easily go very, very clumpy. It can very easily look like I got thick, horrible spider lashes. I will not wear this mascara on my lashes at all if I'm putting falsies on at all. It just clumps easy. Sometimes I look like I've only got 5 lashes, but other times it just puts so much on that it looks like I've got 5 layers of mascara on when I've only got 1. And the last product is this Maybelline Master Precise Liquid Eyeliner. This is okay. This would be fantastic if it just had more ink. If it just had more ink come out on the brush. This is really nice and black, and it wears well. It doesn't like bleed into my lashes like what the Hyper Glossy one did. If it wasn't for the fact the Hyper Glossy one was so liquidy and it would like stick my lashes together, that would be my favourite liquid eyeliner ever, because it is so dark and black and amazing. And this is the same. I just wish this had more liquid on it. So thank you guys so much for watching. The products I mentioned will be listed and linked in the description box if I can link the products. So thank you so much for watching, guys. You can hit the subscribe button that's down below as well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.